Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be talking about the importance of having emotional intelligence and sharing some ways on how you can improve in this area. I am going to first start off by defining what emotional intelligence actually means. And this means that you are able to manage and understand your emotions in order to navigate through life in a positive way. There are 5 elements that are involved in this, which are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and of course, social skills. I am going to break each and every one of these elements down in order for you to thoroughly understand how these emotions are all interconnected when it comes to developing your emotional intelligence. Okay, so the first one is self-awareness, which focuses on understanding yourself inside and out, such as knowing your weaknesses, strengths, triggers, values, and how you impact people's lives as an individual. The best way to become more self-aware is to be open to understanding how your body is feeling as the emotions flow. This also helps with identifying your triggers. For those who don't know, triggers can be a person or a situation that results in you having a hard time handling your emotions. And people who become triggered end up shutting down or having an emotional outburst, which causes them to lose control over their own emotions. I believe it's very important to understand the reason behind what triggers the emotions, because when you understand why you are triggered, you'll be able to figure out the reason why those type of people or situation causes that trigger. Also, another thing that I would like to add is that try not to label your feelings as something positive or negative. Just understand that there is a reason behind why you're feeling the way you're feeling without labeling it. I believe that this will help in allowing yourself to understand and find out what your body is trying to tell you. Self-awareness plays a huge role when it comes to developing your emotional intelligence, because this component helps you know what you are feeling and why, and also how it affects your performance. You are even able to sense how others perceive you, and you have an accurate sense of your strengths and your weaknesses. This will also give you more clarity on your purpose in life and set realistic goals for yourself. Regardless of the emotions you struggle with or the triggers that cause them, I believe that you can find peace and strength in God's words. Emotions are strange and interesting at the same time. You can go from absolute joy to anger all in one day. But here's the thing though, God didn't create us to be destroyed by our emotions. Emotions are a gift from God that gives us the opportunity to understand life on a deeper level. But I'm sure many of you all have asked these questions before. What happens when your emotions seem out of control? What happens when you go from joy to fear to anger all in one day? I am sure that a lot of you, when stressed, feel more emotional. Maybe stress isn't what's triggering you, but it can definitely set your emotions on fire. One reason why some of us have a hard time trusting God is that we tend to trust our emotions first. But we must understand that our emotions fluctuates, but God never changes. Practicing self-awareness as you go through the day is so important. Learn to listen to your thoughts and emotions. Then ask God, what is it that He is trying to tell you? When God speaks to us, we feel it through our hearts and minds. Many people experience this type of self-awareness, but they may not even realize that God is the one behind these feelings. The next element is self-regulation. This is the ability to control certain impulses and moods. In order to do this, you must first thoroughly understand your emotions through the use of self-awareness. Self-regulation is the major key to having the ability to manage stressful situations. I feel the best way to improve in this area is by taking time to pause and observe. You can do this by tapping into your emotions and taking a pause throughout the day and checking in with yourself, both physically and mentally. The third element is motivation. This is the ability to motivate yourself and others when it comes to being clear on what you want to achieve. Your ability to achieve a goal is driven by an inner desire to succeed. The Bible tells us that we should always look towards God for some motivation, but understand that faith without works is dead. The way you can improve in this area is by planning out your entire day by writing out a daily routine. When you have a smaller task you can accomplish first, you will feel more motivated to tackle the bigger task next. I truly believe that life goals represent what is important to you and what you want to get out of life. When you are motivated, you will feel driven and feel at ease even when things in your life are not working out. I believe that God's words has so many encouraging and motivating things for us, even around the times when we are not at our best and need to be uplifted. It's important to motivate yourself each day with a Bible verse and always trust in God in order to know where He wants you to be. And when you are able to motivate yourself and pick yourself up out of that dark place, then you are able to motivate others. Okay, so the next element is empathy. This allows for people to be able to build social connections with others. The way you can build empathy is by being willing to express your own feelings about someone or situation. The next thing I suggest is learning to listen to others. Be attentive to how they are feeling. Don't judge and just acknowledge the person's feelings, even when you don't agree. Show emotional support. The gift of empathy is about reflecting on God's compassion over our lives. I'm sure many of us go through life feeling misunderstood and alone, even when we may be surrounded by large crowds and people who care for us deeply. But yet, we can still feel lonely inside and suffer from discontentment, being that we can silently long for a deeper connection in life. We live in a world today where any display of vulnerability is considered socially unacceptable or seen as a weakness. Showing empathy requires us to set aside our own emotions. God gave us this gift for a reason that shouldn't be ignored. To reject this gift means you are rejecting a part of who God made us to be. There is a Bible verse that is taking place from Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 to 23. And it says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law." In my opinion, empathy is a picture of God's greatest love, grace, and compassion for all of us. The last element is social skills. This is the final piece of emotional intelligence. Social skills come with the ability to understand people and sense how they are feeling, which involves their wants and their needs, and provides us with many benefits. The ability to hold a conversation, be engaging, or listen actively is not just a social skill, but is something that is needed. Thank you all so much for watching, and please comment down below and share some of your perspectives on this video. And if you need any prayers or words of encouragement, please feel free to message me, and see y'all next time.